welcome to another edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Audrey Williams and I'll be your guide on today's journey as we reflect on the power of love, care and awareness highlighted through this period of important national observances. We invite you to stay with us. We have an informative and engaging program lined up just for you.
Every year, thousands of babies are born with a congenital heart defect, a condition that affects how their hearts are formed and how blood flows through their bodies. Some children show signs early, others later, but early detection can save lives. If a baby has trouble breathing, feeding, or turns bluish in color, seek medical help right away. This congenital heart defect awareness period, learn the signs, support families, and remember, every heartbeat matters.
Love might just be a four-letter word, but it means a lot to persons who handle it with care. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy and it does not boast. Love is caring. Love is sharing. Love is something that makes you feel happy. Love is both a feeling and an emotion. I might not love you as I should, but I love you more than any other human could.
Thanks for staying with us right here on Jamaica Magazine. Education and skills training remain powerful tools for shaping brighter futures. Let's visit the HEART NSTA training centers in Portland and St. Mary as they showcase how their programs are empowering individuals, strengthening communities, and creating new opportunities through practical learning.
Portland and St. Mary, parishes of hidden gems and untamed beauty, where the northeast trade winds bring daily rain and nature's bounty unfolds in waterfalls, caves, and rivers. Here, HEART NSTA Trust nurtures potential, forging paths to brighter futures.
I am Aston Spencer, Regional Director for Region 2. The region comprises the parishes of Portland, St. Thomas, and St. Mary. In Region 2, we have two fully funded HEART Trust institutions, the Buff Bay Vocational Training Center in Portland and the Port Maria Vocational Training Center in St. Mary. Along with these two fully funded institutions commonly called the Northeast TVET Cluster, we have 12 community training interventions and 3 HSDE locations within the region.
Port Maria VTC boasts having one of the highest number of qualification plans under NC-TVET. We have 216 qualifications and 1 assured program under City and Guilds. Buff Bay VTC has 125 programs. So we have a variety of training opportunities here at the center. We specialize in many sectors: hospitality and tourism, logistics and transportation, services, as well as agriculture. Currently, Port Maria VTC has several programs ranging from level 5 all the way to level 2 programs. And we do have short courses, otherwise known as job qualifications. Under the level 5 umbrella, we train in business administration as well as project management in construction, which is recently added to our suite of programs. For level 4, we offer business administration, training and assessment, as well as the construction-related programs, electrical installation and building contractor. We are seeking to upskill the persons in our communities. And so we start from level 2 all the way up to level 4 for some of these primary programs. Auto Mechanic is one of the programs that we are the only ones offering it on the Northern Belt. And so we are also building out our electric vehicle and hybrid maintenance program, which was recently added through a partnership with the JPS Foundation. We are looking to upskill persons in early childhood education, all the way from level 2 all the way up to level 3. We also provide supervisory management and other business areas, accounting, events planning and management, just to name a few. We are in the hospitality mecca of the region, and so we offer housekeeping programs, housekeeping operation level 2 to level 3, as well as food and beverage management services, butler services, again one of our flagship programs. We also offer commis chef and chef de partie programs at our Buff Bay campus. All in all, the Port Maria and the Buff Bay Vocational Training Center, we are the site for excellence in the region. We offer training, assessment, and certification to the National Vocational Qualification Standard of Jamaica.
From coast to mountain, there's space to grow. HEART is building a future that mirrors the landscape, diverse, rich, and full of potential.
My name is Aljanil Horton. I completed the course Welding and Fabrication Level 2 and Level 3. Receiving certification from the HEART NSTA Trust really gives you the edge in the work field. The institution really supplies you with a lot of skills and attributes that help give you really the advantage over many others when applying for jobs in the field.
The High School Diploma Equivalency Program brings hope to those who seek a second chance, bridging the gap between dreams and reality in these rain-fed lands.
A word that would describe my time here at the HEART NSTA Trust, especially at the Port Maria VTC, would be empowering. The training that I received here was such high quality that it helped to build me as a person and to build me as a professional in the TVET industry. So much so that I am now a part of the team here as a member of the Teach for HEART cohort as a junior instructor.
Trainees are the center of what we do at the VTCs, and supporting trainee development is second nature. We have various programs and services that we provide our trainees to ensure that they are ready for the world of work. We look at the holistic self. TVET focuses on knowledge, skills, and attitudes. And so we're already taking care of the knowledge and the skills in the classroom. But the attitudes, we support that by having core skills developmental sessions. We have on-the-job training and work experience training. We also support them by other welfare-based programs. Recently, we hosted a health fair on campus to support the wellness, mental, and the physical wellness of our trainees. And this was an opportunity for us to bring in mental health support services and to also bring in doctors and dentists so that our trainees can know that we are supporting their holistic development. These are just some ways that we support the recruitment for jobs after they have completed their training, because one of the main pillars of HEART is the E, and that's employment. Additionally, I must mention that we also have a robust network of entrepreneurial support. And so we have the Trainee Grant Startup Program that we support our trainees so that they can own their own businesses and operate it in a profitable way.
There's a world of opportunities here at HEART. So if you're seeking to upskill yourself or even to find your first skill, HEART NSTA Trust is the place to be.
At the HEART NSTA Trust Region 2, we are committed to building Jamaica by building Jamaicans. One skill, one opportunity, one success story at a time. We look forward to partnering with you on your journey to success.
From the hidden caves to the highest peaks, HEART NSTA Trust builds bridges of opportunity where nature's rhythm meets human ambition and every dream finds its voice. Be smart and choose HEART.
Safety begins with awareness and responsible choices. Up next, we take a closer look at common pedestrian risks and simple practical tips to help you stay safe while navigating our roadways.
Hey sis, I'm going out with the girls.
Where to?
You know, just walking around Halfway Tree, window shopping and all, you know the vibes.
With your headphones on?
Yeah, why not?
Because pedestrians are already vulnerable and blocking out traffic makes it worse.
Really?
Yeah, trust me. There's a few things you should know about pedestrian safety, so come.
Okay.
Well, pedestrians don't have any real protection on the road.
Well, unlike those who use motorbikes, you can't have a helmet, and a vehicle can crash into the bike and not really hit you directly. Same thing for a pedestrian cyclist, but the pedestrian has no protection whatsoever.
Simple distractions can turn deadly on the road.
One, don't be using your cell phone and crossing the road. You have to pay attention to the road. It's a dangerous place. Far too many, both men and women, but it's mostly women, have their cell phone at the ears or watching a video and crossing the road. It's a dangerous thing.
Okay, but phones aren't the only risk pedestrians face.
We have good research coming out of St. Anne's Bay Hospital done by Dr. Kerry Fletcher, an orthopedic surgeon, which shows the amazing thing that people are smoking ganja and walking carelessly and crossing the road and suffering injuries, and in some cases they're dying.
Yeah, alcohol and illness can also play a role, especially at night.
People are drinking alcohol and crossing the roads. Many instances where you see a pedestrian dying at night in a lonely country area, sometimes it has to do with illness like diabetes or hypertension, but in some cases it has to do with pedestrians drinking alcohol.
Road safety education starts at home for children.
So if you're under 10, certainly, and it's an arbitrary figure, but I would imagine over 10 in Jamaica, most children can manage. But those who are under 10 need to be accompanied. They need to be taught how to cross the road, to look left, look right, look left again, and not to dash across the road.
Visibility can mean the difference between crossing safely or being hit.
So the big thing is that if you're going to be on the road at night time, you have to use the equipment provided. You have to go where you have a crosswalk. You have to use the overhead bridge. You can't be dashing across the road at night. People can hardly see you. You have to wear light-colored clothes so people can see you. Have some kind of reflective thing on your clothes. Try and use the roads in the days. Try and avoid nighttime use as much as possible.
I know when it comes to crossing, patience does save lives.
You can't expect a car coming at speed to stop. You have to wait until there's no traffic on the road. If you're not at a crosswalk which is properly painted and policed by somebody to help you across, you have to be aware that you're entering a danger zone and wait until the car has passed. Don't try and anticipate how quickly the cars come and you can dash across.
Whether it's distractions, visibility, or crossing at the wrong time, pedestrians face real risks every day.
A little awareness can make the difference between getting home safely or not getting home at all.
Exactly, because on the road, being alert isn't optional, it's protection.
As we observe Safer Sex Week, conversations around protection, health, and well-being remain essential. Up next, we explore the link between domestic violence and HIV and why awareness, support, and early intervention are critical for those affected.
Domestic violence on its own is a long-standing issue being tackled on many fronts. Still, it persists. The HIV/AIDS virus, too, is being tackled on many fronts, but with challenges such as discrimination, the battle rages on. And the catastrophic combination of these two could pose a threat to the United Nations goal of ending contraction of the virus by the year 2030.
Many times people sit out there and they judge people living with HIV. How you know you have the virus and you don't go to the doctor and you don't take your medication? But there's so much more happening in people's lives that you'd be surprised to know this HIV that you take as the big thing becomes minor to all the other challenges that they are trying to cope with.
Challenges like the fear of one's spouse, knowing that resistance could be met with physical and other abuse, making it easy for the abuser to use forced or coerced intercourse unprotected at that. Domestic violence generally makes negotiation during intercourse difficult or non-existent. It's often cloaked in the idea of a woman being a man's property instead of his beloved in need of his protection.
The cultural norms about what it means to be man or woman, the cultural beliefs that continues to say, you are in charge. As the man, you are supposed to take charge, and if the woman does anything out of line, you are supposed to put her in place.
And our society propels these ideas further when we victim blame, putting the burden of responsibility on those on the receiving end of the abuse.
We don't have a supportive society when it comes to these issues of domestic violence. One of the first things is asked in numerous cases is what you do. Why you don't make the man lick you? This is a frequent question in instances people have gone to the police to make reports, and the question is asked. They have gone to health facilities to seek health care for the injuries suffered during the violent attack, and they have been asked these questions. So there's always the victim blaming, and because of that, many people hide it. They don't talk about it. They don't say that they have experienced this.
And an abusive partner knows this and further exerts control by restricting access to medical care, including HIV testing and medication, which could reduce the risk of infection.
And they stay there with injuries that are life-threatening because how am I going to explain how I got this injury? How am I going to explain they're going to think I'm not a some women may think they're not going to think I'm not a good woman, I'm not a good wife. Why did the man have to abuse me?
And abuse is not always physical. Many times it's psychological or even from the standpoint of economic dependence. This is when the partner with financial control prevents their victim from leaving an abusive relationship by exerting this fact, trapping them in a situation where they are continuously dependent and exposed to further abuse and the risk of contracting HIV.
Many times people reduce violence to the physical, sexual, but there is emotional, there is financial, there is neglect, there is all these ones. And many times it is the economic disparity between the two that makes people more susceptible to these forms of violence. You find that many persons who experience violence are dependent on the abuser. They are dependent on the abuser for their own survival. They are dependent on the abuser for the survival of their children. They are dependent on the abuser for the survival of the extended family. And because of that, many times they remain in the abusive situation, and this level of economic dependence increases their vulnerability to both violence and HIV.
And one who exerts physical and economic dominance may seek further control by causing isolation. When there's isolation, people may become unaware, and a lack of awareness and education may cause victims to not have access to information about HIV prevention.
When they feel they are out of options, they stay away. And this staying away may mean staying away from work, staying away from their social circles, staying away from needed health care. This is one of the causes where people living with HIV who are experiencing domestic violence end up drop out of care.
This is where the Jamaica AIDS Support for Life comes in, working with victims and giving them much needed support.
We provide a suite of services. We provide what we call holistic care. It's not just about treating the HIV virus, but we provide psychosocial support. We have full-time psychologists on staff that we make accessible to our clients. We have social workers who may assess their needs. It may be basic food, basic survival. It may be to help with job placement. It may be some sort of economic support. It may be some sort of income generating grant. We look at the whole man, whatever it takes to help, and we provide the legal support most of all. If it means that we have to go to court in helping these persons to get out of their situation, if we have to connect them to some form of shelter, whatever it is that is needed to get people in care. HIV is just one aspect of their life. It is just an illness, like any other illness. So if you think you're just going to focus on that and ignore all the other areas of their lives, you're going to have little or no success. Simply put, in Jamaica, them say you can't take pill on hungry belly. So just consider someone who don't even have food to eat. And you may be looking from the other side of the fence and say why they don't take their medication, but they don't even have food to eat. And right now, their primary concern is where the next meal is coming from, or where the meal is coming from, as opposed to whether or not I'm going to go seek care and take medication. So we have to take a holistic approach to helping people who are survivors of domestic violence and also those living with HIV.
I'm Landy. Welcome to NLA Connect, the National Land Agency's customer engagement platform. NLA Connect is a simple, user-friendly platform designed to help you share your feedback, get support, and updates about land-related matters. Available 24/7, NLA Connect allows you to share suggestions, comments, and commendations, submit queries and report issues, attach files with your requests, track requests and get real-time status updates, connect with NLA client engagement officers, and provide feedback on the service received by the platform. We're making it easier for you to connect with us. You can access NLA Connect via our website, using the kiosk at any of our offices, or scanning the QR code displayed at our locations. Need any help along the way? Check out our FAQs section. It has all the answers you need in one location. NLA Connect, your voice, our priority.
Navigating life's transitions often comes with important legal steps, such as a name change. So let's take a look at what's required when undertaking the deed poll process.
Just like birth and marriages, other milestones help to shape our identities in profound ways. Imagine living a life where changing your name is impossible. Thankfully, this scenario is purely imaginative because the Registrar General's Department RGD makes it possible through a deed poll.
A deed poll is a legal document that shows a name change. However, it does not change anything on your birth record. It is misunderstood sometimes that once you do a deed poll, you're going to get a new birth certificate. No. So we have customers who come in to say they want a deed poll birth certificate. We don't have a deed poll birth certificate.
You are ready for a fresh start with a new name. The process is straightforward, but there are some important requirements to keep in mind.
In order for you to submit a deed poll, you'd have to be over the age of 18 years. You would need to submit your birth certificate. You would need to submit your marriage certificate if you're married. If it's a case where you're married, then your husband, if the bride is the one who's doing the deed poll, the husband would need to give permission. And if it's a husband, then the wife would need to give permission in order to have the name change. You would need to submit any other deed poll if you had previously done. If you had any other name change to your birth certificate, the most recent document that has a name change on your birth is what you would need to submit.
And if you were adopted, you would need to submit an official copy of your adoption certificate. A letter of authorization is also needed if applying on someone's behalf. It should be witnessed by a justice of the peace or notary public and then recorded along with the deed poll at the Island Record Office at RGD. Once you have all the necessary documents, the process proceeds as follows. An interview is conducted. That is then followed by application and payment. During this step, persons are required to complete their application forms and pay according to the selected service type. Express service, 3 to 4 days pickup, $7,500. 7 to 10 days service, 7 to 10 days pickup, $6,000. Ordinary service, 30 days pickup, $5,000. The next step is the draft completion and manager review. The draft is completed and vetted by the AVID manager to ensure it meets the required service time. This is followed by notarization and stamping, where the customer signs the draft in the presence of a justice of the peace. The draft is stamped at the stamp office located at 111 Harbour Street in downtown Kingston. The next step is to return the draft to the Registrar's General Department for recording at the Island Record Office. There are several costs associated with the recording process. For birth certificates only, express service, which allows for pickup in 3 to 4 days, is $4,500. For 7 to 10 days pickup, it's $3,000, and the ordinary service of pickup within 30 days costs $2,000. For recording birth and marriage certificates, the express cost is $5,000, $3,500 for 7 to 10 days pickup, and $2,500 for the ordinary service. Any additional documents accompanying the birth and marriage certificates for the recording process incur a cost of $500 each. So why do people decide to change their names? There are countless reasons.
Well, people do deed poll for different reasons, religious reasons. Some persons not liking the name. Some persons it might be a case where you cannot substantiate you being called Mary versus Mary Lee. There are no restrictions in terms of you changing your name. You can change your entire name, you can add a name, you can take out a name, you can interchange the names.
Thinking of adding a number or suffix to your new name? Think again.
We don't allow numbers. Right, so some persons want to be called the third, or some persons want to be called the fourth or the second. No, we don't do deed polls to include those. Not with the Birth and Deaths Act. We don't use acronyms, we don't use numerals, we don't use senior, we don't use junior.
After your deed poll has been completed, your new legal name isn't just a formality.
It is an attachment to your birth certificate, so they walk hand in hand. It becomes your legal name, and that is a name that you would use when you're doing business, any transactions, any passport, immigration, banking transaction, you name it.
From legalities to personal choice, the deed poll process ensures your identity reflects your true self. Whether it's a fresh start or embracing authenticity, the Registrar General's Department stands ready to facilitate your journey.
That brings us to the end of today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. We hope you found the features informative and inspiring. You can stay connected with us online at jis.gov.jm and on our social media channels. On behalf of the production team, I'm Audrey Williams. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.